What's going on, everybody? Kevin Parkinson back with another episode of Father's Win, and this is a intercontinental. Now I'm playing, but it's definitely an interstate case. Let's jump into it.
Fighting for fairness, one dad at a time.
All right, guys. So let's say you're doing the whole co-parenting thing in one state, and then you transition into another state. It gets a little rocky because a judge is going to have to make sense of what the rules were in the state where the parental agreement originated. And then whichever parent is the primary parent, then most likely that jurisdiction's rules are going to apply. Let's see what the judge does this time.
Makes sense as to why the child support portion was removed as far as those temporary orders were concerned. That did set support, but then later dismissed that portion only.
Okay, thank you, Attorney Sweet. So at this time, states exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4 are admitted. Father's exhibit 1 is admitted, and mother's exhibits 44 and 60 are admitted. And just for clarity on the record, mother's exhibit 60, father's exhibit 3, and father's exhibit 1 and state's exhibit 3 are all the same exhibit, which is the possession and access / custody or.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this right here. Already there's a lot of legal jargon going on, and what I'm stopping it for is we as fathers, we all make this mistake. We allow our dockets to get this thick. It happened to me, guys. Try not to let your docket get so big. Try to quickly get in front of a judge before things pile up, because when it's this complex, a judge is probably gonna just try to make sense of things, and by making sense of things, a lot of things go through the weeds. So that's my advice to you. If you're noticing your docket is getting huge, try to cut the fat, get in front of that judge as soon as you can. We're gonna fast forward a little bit here, and let's get to some more stuff. Here we go.
Was, as Ms. Cosby stated, we briefly remarried and then divorced a second time. Ms. Cosby incorrectly states how it happened, but we divorced, we remarried, and in the second marriage, we signed a written agreement, which was submitted right before our divorce.
Okay, let me pause it right there. You know, the heart has no bounds. The heart is going to love who the heart loves. The heart isn't wrong. But guys, I remember my brother told me once when I was a young guy, he was like, look, if you break up with a chick, if you break up with a woman, and this is no disrespect to this man and the love he had for this woman, but if you break up with a woman, guys, there's a reason why you broke up. Usually when you walk away. All this double back, and I'm telling you from experience, guys. I'm not telling you because I'm better than anybody. All this double back stuff it can get cumbersome. As you guys can see, my co-host is here. Can you say hi? All right, guys, let's jump back into some more of this. Let's see what's going on here.
And is that the agreement that we have, or is that something different?
That is not the 2015 agreement. It is something different, which again, I have attempted to file into this court, and I'm requesting that you admit it to at least look at it, and you can determine for yourself whether or not it is a legal court order.
When did you file it? On Friday?
Unfortunately, I filed it on the weekend, Your Honor, so it was on Saturday, I believe. It is still pending in the court records. The service notifications were sent out to Ms. Cosby. However, I do not believe that the court's records have officially accepted it as of this moment.
Yeah. Okay, Dad.
Okay, so Dad has obviously a legitimate grievance with the courts. He wants this court order to be thrown out. He wants things to be rectified. Let's keep going here, because this there's a lot of moving parts here. I can't even give my full analysis on this until the end.
That's the first issue. The second issue is that
Let me run it back.
Because it doesn't sound. Has that Pennsylvania order been registered in Texas yet?
No, Your Honor. No Pennsylvania order has been registered.
Okay, that's the first issue. The second issue is that the UCCJEA requires a conference between the Texas court and the Pennsylvania court to determine if the Pennsylvania court, who right now, as of what the court is understanding, still has continuing exclusive jurisdiction over the custody and the conservatorship portion, They need to conference to see if Pennsylvania.
Okay, so to break this all down, what's going on is the judge is saying, hey, between Pennsylvania and Texas, we got to find out where we're going to confer. Where is this agreement? Where is the new? What's the adjudication going to fall under? What jurisdiction? That's what's going on here. So my advice to you guys, when divorcing, if somebody is moving, try to get everything resolved before somebody leaves the state. It just makes things a whole lot easier for everybody involved. Okay, so we're going to fast forward a little bit more. Let's get into this child support stuff. Let's see what goes on here.
The model for the standard possession order. So that entire child support order is completely unjust and unfair, as it goes off of a standard possession order that y'all didn't have jurisdiction to create. So that child support, if anything was going to be done, which I would personally request that the court vacate in its entirety until we establish a fair establishment of what the custody is, and then create a custody or a child support that establishes based off of the actual facts of this case. What is currently sitting in an order is off of a standard possession order.
Okay, Dad's doing a great job of representing himself. He's pretty much saying, hey, we got a standard possession order, but that's not what this is, because there's two parents involved, there's different states involved, there's different households involved, and because of that, I didn't get a fair shake at what the child support order is coming down to. So what I'm trying to ask you guys is, throw all this out, let's recalculate. That's the terminology that's being missed here. We got to recalculate because the calculation of child support wasn't done appropriately. So let's see what the judge says, but I like where the dad is going. When you guys are representing yourself, which I have done for several years, don't forget to pick up a copy of Father's Win, the No BS Guide to Family Court and Co-Parenting Battles. Fight for your kids and win. But the point that I'm trying to make is, know your stuff. Know everything that's going on in your hearing, and don't be afraid to call out a miscalculation. All right, guys, here we go.
Order, and was done without my presence. So there was no back and forth for me to present my side of it. It assesses a massive amount of child support and arrears to me, Your Honor, that pretends as though I didn't have custody of the children and we're moving forward with a standard possession order, and that's what existed. But when in actuality, we have a Pennsylvania order. So if we were going to create child support, it should go off of the 50-50 Pennsylvania, not off of the standard possession. And that's what currently is in that order.
I've heard all that I need to say. I've heard all that I need to hear. Dad did a great job of representing himself and of explaining, hey, we got to recalculate this because we've got 50-50 joint custody. She's not the primary parent. But if you go off of this new stuff, now her being the primary parent, it's going to look like that I owe her this whopping amount of child support and that I haven't been paying child support. And that's where we get arrears from, which is back owed child support. So he's doing a great job representing himself. Let's jump to what we all want to know. What does the judge think? This is where it gets really interesting. Here we go.
So while Texas might have jurisdiction with the child support, what was created on March 5th is not just or fair, Your Honor.
I like that it keeps
so,
saying,
Your Honor, the state would propose then,
fairness,
because we have the child support and the medical support is based on a minimum wage presumption, and we would ask the court to maybe make that temporary and to also set aside the retroactive child support judgment for now, and just make the terms of the support, the child support and the medical support temporary at least.
There was retro?
There was a retroactive judgment, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I?
Your Honor, that entire thing assesses something that is completely unjust and unfair, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on, sir. Hold on 1 second. Let me allow Ms. Cosby to speak. Go ahead.
Thank you. I did ask retroactive support. I have been the only parent to fund the children. Despite 50-50, that does not mean things were being split financially 50.
Oh, here she goes. Here she goes, guys. Now, you know, this isn't the red pill. This isn't Bash Woman Hour. We don't diss moms on this channel. We just hold women accountable who are taking advantage of child support. We don't like that. That's not cool. Let's hear what she's got to say. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what happens.
50-50. I've paid over $2,000 in orthodontic that I asked the father to split, and he told me no. I spent approximately $2,000 on educational expenses. He refused to split. I've been the person to fund pretty much everything, which is why I asked for retroactive support, because I have been the one supporting the children.
In the words of my favorite Ninja Turtle, roll it.
Whatever. Think I'm supposed to believe that.
And our 50-50 agreement was to include splitting major expenses, but that never happened. Also,
Okay.
because the decisions were made without him present, he was served notice and he chose not to show up for court.
Okay.
Had he shown up, he could have argued these things, but he did not show up for court that day. And that is why decisions were made without him present, because he chose not to show up.
I mean, come on, guys. Let's be reasonable. Is it cool to go to court? You're a co-parent. You obviously know whether or not this person is alive, whether or not this person is present for things. And you're just like, oh, yeah, they're not here. So we're just going to go ahead and rule. That sucks. But it happens, guys. Always try to be present. I don't have to let you guys. Let me stop talking. Let's go.
Okay, so this case is all over the place.
It is.
And I think everybody on here can agree with me with that.
Yes.
And I don't like doing things that are all over the place. So what I am going to do is vacate the entire order.
Can you please stop?
Wait a minute.
And we're going to start from scratch. I think that's the best
Are you
way
paying child
to do
support?
it. It manages everyone's expectations. No one is sitting in limbo. You get a fresh start with me. So if the Pennsylvania court says I have jurisdiction, then I will take that up at that time. If the Pennsylvania court says they're going to retain jurisdiction, the Pennsylvania court will do whatever they need to do on their end. But I do not like doing things all over the place. I don't think it works well for anybody.
Come on, Judge.
Definitely not me, because it gets harder to enforce orders when things are put in place that are all over the place. And I want both of you to have some finality at some point. All right.
Okay. Shout out to Judge Bailey in Texas. We love you, Judge Bailey, for being fair. It's not about getting over on anybody. It's about fairness. And I've noticed time and time again, hey, I'm talking to the people. You're being really rude. May you please stop? May you please stop?
No.
Thank you. I've noticed time and time again with Judge Bailey, she's fair. And that's all us fathers are looking for in family court. We're not looking to get over on our children's mothers. We're not looking to get anything that we're not owed. We just want time with our children. We just want fairness in court. And we need more judges like Judge Bailey. I appreciate this so much. So, man, to Michael, shout out to you, sir. You get a fresh start in the Texas court. We're rooting for you. We're praying for you that it works out. If this is your first time here on Father's Win, this is how we get down. We analyze courtroom videos, give evidence, give advice on how to win in family court. Don't forget to check out my book, Fathers Win, the No BS Guide to Family Court and Co-Parenting Battles. And when fathers fight, we win. We'll catch you on the next episode, y'all. Peace.
My son needs me.
You mean our son, darn it.